Recording.
Yeah, we're doing it.
It's finally doing it right now.
After weeks of things getting in the way,
Lasers.
SkullKidz are finally recording Resident Evil Let's Play.
Resident Evil 1 for the PlayStation 1.
Director's cut. Technically a different game, despite being exactly the same and having different music.
Oh, the song, it's like...
The basement theme, everybody knows that song.
That's our signature. We do a song from the game.
No.
Acapella.
We don't know how to do acapella.
It's happening. Acapella is just words.
You fucked it all up. We're going to be doing Jill, because Chris is worst.
Yeah, we're doing Jill. Sex jokes right off the bat.
Yeah, we're keeping it classy. Alright, now we're going to watch the classic intro cutscene.
You sound tired.
I'm not tired, I'm fine. I did just kind of wake up, but whatever.
Raccoon Forest. This game takes place in the past.
Alpha team is flying around
It's
the
not for
forest
us.
zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter.
We have to have the
of our
TV turned down so we can't hear any of this.
who disappeared during
Something
the
about
Valhalla mission.
a plane.
There's no plans.
If they do that, next Resident Evil takes place on a plane.
They already had a plane level 6.
There are outlandish
How was
reports
it?
of families
It was alright.
being attacked by a group of
It was a
about
Resident Evil
20
6
people.
level, so if you didn't like 6, there you go.
Bravo team went to the
Fought
hideout
a
of the
monster that
group
looked like an alien
and
on it.
disappeared.
It was alright. So this is all murders happening. They somehow traced it back to the mansion. They're going to get the monsters, though they don't know they're monsters. They just think it's murderers and cults and shit. So they're going to get them, and then Godzilla dogs attack them.
So they think it's Resident Evil 4.
It was Bravo team's
They just
fault.
think it's murderers?
Nobody was
I don't know if Colt's ever
Eminem.
but strangely, most of the equipment was
He
still there.
teamed with the Punisher, and now he's teaming with Stars.
We soon discovered why.
Ooh, she's cute.
I don't think she's attractive at all.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, these dogs make Godzilla noises for no reason.
He's excited.
Ah!
he wasn't expecting the hand.
No. He was too smooth.
It's supposed to be scary
This was scary.
to children.
Aaron Jr. playing this was freaking out. I can never figure out why the helicopter left. There's probably some reason. Like,
He's probably scared of all the dogs and the hands on the guns.
I also don't know why a police station has a helicopter.
City police.
But why do they just need this random helicopter? Like, Raccoon's not that big.
I thought this mansion was like far away,
What do you mean?
like away from the city.
It is. That's why they had to take the helicopter to get there.
Yeah, the helicopter justified.
So they got a helicopter in case they ever needed
No,
to go.
they
to
had a helicopter because they were in this area. It was like, oh, there's a bunch of surrounding places we may need to get to. She's
23.
hot. Hot. This guy doesn't even care.
He's
Putting-
Barry doesn't need to care.
Whoa! What?
Rebecca Chambers. She's like,
She is the cutest.
she is some kawaii ass shit.
Sexy Wesker.
Wesker's just a grump.
Resident Evil.
They have escaped into the mansion where they thought it was safe. Yet.
You thought you were gonna win, but you lost.
Now it's time for the dogs to start running with their eyes open. And now we get to sit through another long cutscene, but this one's not skippable.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Should be illegal in games.
So, here's the thing. I don't like Chris's campaign at all, because right off the bat, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Because Chris has to run into the other room, and then he comes back, and Wesker and Jill are just gone. No explanation to where they went. It's assumed that Jill was kidnapped and taken down to the basement, like, immediately. But I hate that because that means Jill didn't do shit this whole time. I prefer it. Chris is just like gone this whole time doing his own adventure,
Stay alert.
and then gets put into the captured at some point.
Oh, typewriter. You save on those.
Yep. You get ink ribbons, which is one of the worst saving mechanics in any game, where you have to find a thing to save.
You should like update it, and you have like an Apple computer.
The dining room.
It's inside the computer. Alright, tank controls. Tank controls are, for those who don't know, you press forward to move forward regardless of what the camera's facing, and you press left and right to move left and right. Boom, boom, boom.
Turn left and right.
Turn left and right, you press left and right.
I'll be examining this.
Beautiful voice acting from Barry here. Barry is really weird in this game. He's just kind of like crazy, or like he just doesn't give a shit about anything happening here.
It's like the guy in the cutscene.
He really is, because he'll just like walk in and there's a giant monster there, and he just like doesn't react at all.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
That motion blur.
That's too scary to not be motion blur. Alright, so now we're running away from him because you don't have to fight him. You can just come right back here and Barry will kill him. This will happen regardless of whether you waste ammo shooting him or not. So it's better to just let Barry do it.
Barry?
I played this game quite a bit. Like, I'm not speedrun level greatness. It usually takes me like a couple hours. I think my best time is just below 2 hours with best ending. But we're not going to be getting the best ending. We're going to be getting the second best ending because I don't like saving Chris.
It's not a monster, it's a zombie. We're in one of those other universes where they don't know about zombies.
Yeah,
Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
just like Pacific Rim, and they do know about monsters, so they build giant robots.
That's not just like Pacific, that's the opposite of Pacific Rim. Because Pacific Rim, they do know about
I'm
it.
saying it's that same concept of...
It's not the same concept, it's the opposite. This is the
I'm
concept
saying it's
where
the
they
opposite
don't
concept.
know.
I worded it incorrectly.
You did.
Wesker!
Could vary.
Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being.
Alright,
Little
so
girl
here
saving
you
her.
have two options. You can go below the stairs or up the stairs. It's better to go below the stairs because you don't have to sit through a loading screen. I think that's the loading screen. It
Find
might be the
anything,
second
Jill?
stairs. Either way, it's faster to do it that way.
What is this all about?
Some speedrunning tips
Figure it
from the
out at
champion.
all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't
His
be helped.
acting.
His acting
Let's search for him
is from
separately.
Canada.
I'll check the dining room again.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Everyone here, I think
Okay.
Barry's the only one that's not Canadian. I might be mistaken, but
Gigantic.
like the reason it's so bad is that Japan wanted to have English voice actors because it's set in America, so they just got whoever they could get like in Japan to speak English. Happened to be a bunch of Canadians, and they did a really bad job. And then they kept doing this with the other ones.
It's like Evangelion 3,
Thanks.
The
Maybe I'll
movie.
need it.
3.0.
where they just got all the English speakers that apparently don't speak English for
If
real.
something
Yeah.
happens, let's meet
Those
up in this
commanders
hall.
just barely speaking English,
This time I'll
and
be
then
there.
people hated it. I still don't know why people hated 3.0. 3.0 was great.
Seemed like more Evangelion to me.
It was confusing for a while, but it deconstructed some shit.
Like what?
The stories.
Like what?
We'll do something later. Up there's a map. You can push that thing there to get it. We don't need that. Back there is an ink ribbon and a zombie on the ground. But we're not doing that because that's a waste of time. One of the main differences between Jill and Chris is that she has the lockpick, so you don't have to get as many keys.
It's like the master key in Dark Souls.
Under there is a handgun clip, but we'll never be coming back to this hallway again, so don't worry about it. Do you have any questions so far?
Leave your questions in the comments.
Comment, subscribe, and like. And we'll play Resident Evil some more. Not going in any of those rooms, because you don't need to. And we're going to get the shotgun.
You just sound so...
So what?
like you're not fully into it.
I am so... whoa!
We're gonna get the shotgun.
Gonna get the shotgun! Look at, listen up, all you skull fuckers out there. We're gonna be getting this shotgun. Now, with Chris, you can't get out of this without getting the fake shotgun, because the fake shotgun is what you put there to keep that from going up. Because when you come out here, the ceiling starts to fall.
Can't you just, like, leave anything else on that?
No. This is a Resident Evil puzzle.
I mean, like, in real life.
In real life, yes, but this is not real life. This is Resident Evil. So with Barry, or with Jill, Barry will come and save you. Except for in the GameCube remake, you have to check both doors to do it. There's a weird bug that I only found in the Wii remake, not remake, but re-release, where if you only check the doors once, there's a chance that Barry just won't save you.
Jill?
Don't know what's up with that.
Is that you, Jill? What happened?
I guess as you can see, you can turn while running.
The door won't
We were
open.
confused about that a while ago.
Stay away from the door, Jill. I'm gonna kick this door down.
I like how Jill's just standing there. Like,
This way.
ceiling is almost touching her. I'm just gonna wait.
Dreadful accordion music.
Yeah, that's the main problem people have with Director's Cut, is that they change the soundtrack.
You were
So it's a
almost
lot
at
less
the tip.
ambient and much more
You're right.
horrible?
Barry, thanks for
that's
saving my life.
Horrible.
No, it's just plain bad.
But Barry, didn't you say you're going back to the dining room to do some research?
Dining room.
Why on earth?
So now we're
are you
getting hints
here?
that there's something might be off with Barry. He might be
I
a
just had
suspicious
something I
character.
wanted to check.
Doesn't that not pan out,
No.
though?
Let's get back
What?
to searching for the lost
Isn't he
captain
not a
and Chris,
suspicious
shall we?
character?
I can't say, because that's a spoiler.
Thank you, Barry.
There might be some young kids who've never played this game who watch
They
it.
haven't played this game. Why are they watching this? Just go play the game.
It's kind of hard.
Play the game.
It's kind of hard to get a hold of this copy. So we're going to be using the shotgun.
This is a free copy.
Well,
on the emulator.
I have bought enough copies of this for it to be okay for me to emulate it. We're not going to be using the handgun, really. We'll be using it a little bit, but it's easier just to use the shotgun to shoot off their heads. Ah, shit. Took me too long. To figure it
Resident
out.
Evil Pro.
Oops.
So are you actually aiming at them?
No. I'm aiming in their general direction, and then it's generally just doing it on its own.
So it's like a dice roll.
Pretty much. So I fucked that up, meaning I have one less shotgun shell, meaning I'm going to have to use a handgun some more, which is going to throw off all of my timing.
One more.
Alright, you go get that one back there. So this is a puzzle where you have to look at these paintings in the order of birth to death. And it's pretty much just look at the painting until you know which ones to do.
It's a newborn.
Newborn, infant, young boy, young man, tired middle-aged man, bold-looking old man, dead. At least I think that's the order. Lively boy. I'm really confused at how these crows got in here.
They're zombie crows.
They're not zombie crows, though. They're just crows. And they're just, like... Nobody's really been in here. This place has been abandoned for a while, because everybody's dead. So how are these crows alive?
Where are all the dead bodies?
They're walking around. They're zombies. Did you think they were alive? And the end of life. Which is where we get our first medallion. Star crest.
It's like a face and a star.
Yeah, it's a star crest. The wind one is pretty fucking silly looking. It's like a cloud blowing some wind. I just thought they were pretty comedic for what this game's tone is.
So explain these ridiculous puzzles in the context of some random mansion.
Alright, so I forgot his name, or his first name, Trevor or something.
Arcalay?
No, that's the Arklay Mountain region. He was a master architect, so then Spencer's, a president of Umbrella, got him to build this mansion for him, then they wouldn't let him leave. And they like had his whole family, they were testing him, they were using him hostage. And then, so he built all these weird traps and stuff, because that was his whole thing, is he made weird architecture. Just a second, gotta put all this shit away. Okay, yeah, right is not working again for some reason.
Use your controller.
Might be my controller, because I mapped this shit right. Alright, so we're also gonna put that away. So his whole thing is, nope, it's working there. Just doesn't work in menus for some reason. He builds weird shit, and then they weren't gonna let him go. So then he like hid himself away or something, and he's dead. He died here.
Probably of hunger, because what would you eat?
Well, yeah, because I think he did die of hunger, actually. I don't know if he's a zombie anywhere in the game. His daughter, Lisa Trevor, was immune to all this shit, so they put a bunch of shit into her and fucked her up. And that's why in the GameCube remake, she's a boss. And one of the best characters. And that's why all the puzzles are really stupid. And then in 2, it makes way less sense, because they just, like... the police chief was just, like, an eccentric guy.
Bang.